All right, guys. So 3A, intermediate level, English file, grammar section, right? Intermediate level, English file. The book is English file 3A. So this unit is about comparatives and superlatives. Obviously, as superlatives and comparatives, we learned the beginning part in level 3. So now we're gonna do some extra practice, extra information relating to them. So the first thing that we're gonna work on is comparing two people, places, things, etc. And then here, comparing two actions. So that means this part is about adjectives. Adjectives, how to use adjectives with comparative and superlative forms. And because we're talking about actions, this is about adverbs, how to use adverbs in comparative forms. And then we got here superlatives. We come to that. Now, I'm going to start with the first part. How to use comparatives with adjectives. So comparatives, it means, two people or two things or two places or two situations. So when you compare two things or two people or two places, then we use comparatives. Example, my car is a bit older than yours. So we got my car and your car. Two cars I'm comparing and older. So ER, we add ER, yes? If the adjective is one syllable, like old, nice, we use, or strong, we use ER, right? Like nice, the one syllable. So I'm just going to put nice, nicer, and we must use then. We should not forget about this. Yeah, nicer than. Right. Now, more expensive than Edinburgh. London is more expensive than Edinburgh. So when this adjective is long adjective, like expensive, it's got three syllables, two or three syllable adjectives. And if I want to use them in comparative, then I need to use more or the opposite, less. London is more expensive than Edinburgh. The test is less difficult than the last one. You see, so in every case, we're comparing two things, right? So this test, last test, London, Edinburgh, my car, your car, okay? And then the second thing is we should know is for one syllable adjectives, we're going to add ER. And then if it's long adjective, two, three syllable, then we use more or less. And we got irregular adjectives as well, irregular adjectives. So for example, good becomes better, the comparative. The comparative of bad is worse. Comparative of far, it's got two versions here, further or farther. You can say in both ways. Like olive oil is better for you than butter. Olive oil is better than butter. Okay, so it's also important that you have to use then when you use these comparatives. Now, the second point, we can also compare two things or two places or two situations, two people in different way. And that is a combination of as. Between as, you put normal adjective, not comparative. The new sofa isn't as comfortable as the old one. That means old one is more comfortable than the new one. I don't have as many books as I used to. You see, so like in old times, in the past, I used to have more books than now, right? So this is the formula here. You can say negative note, or if you say like the level is same as adjective as, like I am as strong as my friend, right? I am as strong as my friend. You see? There you go. So here we are in the same level. My strength and my friend's strength, same. But if I say no, it's not the same, I'm going to put here not. I'm not as strong as my friend. Okay, guys, so that is comparing to people, places, and things. So adjectives. And obviously here, spelling rules, level 3. If it's old, you just put ER, older. Big, you need to make a double consonant, bigger. Easy. So when you want to put add ER with the word adjective ending Y has to change to I, right? And then easier. Modern, 2 syllable, modern, more modern. You see? More modern. Difficult, more difficult because they are long syllables. Easy or happy, they are also 2 syllables, but it's exception. Look, happy or easy. Easy or lazy, for example. They are 2 syllables, but we don't use more because of this. They are finishing, as you can see, like all 3 adjectives, they're finishing with Y. So you have to change them to I and then ER. You have to change them to I and then ER. You have to change them to I and then ER. This is the rule. Okay. The rest 2 syllable adjectives, you need to add more or less. And then the last thing is ED adjectives. We have got ED adjectives as well, guys. When we have got ED adjectives, they're 1 syllable, but we can't add ER. It will be very funny. You cannot say like border, bored, and then ER. No, it doesn't work. So the rule is 1 syllable adjectives ending in ED, we use more. More bored, less bored. More stressed, less stressed. More tired, less tired. And that's it. Next point, as you can see here, object pronouns. How to use object pronouns. Me, him, her, us, them, the other object pronouns, right? Right. After, then, and as. After then or as, we can use object pronoun. Me, him, her, etc. Or a subject pronoun. We can use in both. So we can use object pronoun or we can use subject pronoun, but it's a little bit differently. Well, how? When I say subject pronoun, I must add auxiliary verb. Now look at that. She is taller than me. That's fine. It can come alone. That's object pronoun. She is taller than me. Yeah. She is taller than me. But now look at that. She is taller than, when I say I must add the auxiliary verb. I am. Then I am. Okay. They are not as busy as us. Another one. They are not as busy as us. They are not as busy as we are. You see, as we are. All right. So the next one is the same as. You have to memorize this structure. The same as. It's very common. So the same as. Her dress is the same as mine. We use them when I want to say that 2 people, 2 place, 2 things, they are identical. They are same. They are same level, same quality, and etc. We use the same as. All right, now we're going to move to action, how to compare actions. As I mentioned earlier, when you want to compare actions, you have to use adverbs because action, it means verb, right? And when you want to describe verb, you must use adverbs. Right, guys? So adverbs, they have got also comparatives and superlatives. So we use comparative adverbs to compare 2 actions. 2 actions. Now, my father drives then faster than me. It should be like faster than I do. You can also say that, yeah? Faster than I do. So my driving and my Dad's driving. I'm comparing two driving actions. So when we do that, we say faster than me. He walks more slowly than I do. Now, we have got two words, which is fast, right? And hard. Guys, hard and fast, both of them can be at the same time adjective or adverb. So the adjective or adverb form of these two words, they are same, guys. It's same for them, right? Same. And they are like one syllable. Because one syllable, if I want to make comparative, I'm going to put ed, er, and then er. Yes? And if I want to make est, like a superlative, I'm going to put est. est, est for superlative. Okay? Yeah, because we're discussing comparative, so we're going to put er here. er, er. So how do I know here faster is adverb from the action because it's coming after action. So here is adverb. Other adverbs like slow is adjective. And if I want to make adverb from it, I need to add ly, slowly, right? Strong, strongly. And so on. So most of the adverbs here, we use we do it by adding ly to the adjective. And I'm talking about adverb of manner. Adverb of manner. Manner, it means how. It answers the question of how. How he drives slowly. How he drives fast. Okay? Because there are other adverbs as well. Adverbs of time, adverbs of place and stuff. So here we're talking about adverbs of manner. Now, so you see now, I'm going to remove the extra stuff here. Right? Let's remove this one now. Now, slow. Adjective, slow. If I want to make comparative, I need to add slower. But slowly, I cannot add er. So it has to be more or less. One of it, and then slowly, guys. Because that is adverb. Okay, more slowly, less slowly. He walks, action, more slowly than I do, than I walk. There are two walking. My walking and he's walking. I'm comparing it. That's why I'm using adverb here, more slowly. Liverpool played, action, worse. This is irregular. Irregular comparatives, well, becomes better. This is adverb, well. Badly, badly is adverb. Comparative is worse. So irregular verbs. I'm going to clean it here. So we've got good, well. This is adjective, and this is adverb. Both of them, they've got one comparative, better. And same applies for bad. Bad, adverb is badly. And when I want to make a comparative, it will be worse. So adjectives and adverbs of these words, they've got same comparative. That's why here, Liverpool played worse today than last week. Number two, we can also use as an adverb. Like here, we used number two here. Not as, and then adjective as. So it's the same structure, but instead of adjective, we're going to use adverb. Why? Because we are comparing actions. Yeah, if we're comparing place or people or things, then we're going to use adjective, guys. But if it's action, we're going to use adverb. All right. That's done. Now we're going to move to superlatives. So comparative, we use to compare two things, two actions, two places. Everything is two. But when I want to compare more than two things, maybe three, maybe four, maybe five, 1,000, 2,000, 1,000,000, among this in the city, in the country, the whole country, then I'm comparing, then I use superlative. The best, the worst, the tallest, the strongest. Yeah. Kevin is the tallest player. The superlatives, always we use the. I mean, there are some exceptions, which I'm going to explain in higher level. But here, always the, so before superlatives, we must use the article. Kevin is the tallest player in the team. Oslo is the most expensive capital city in Europe. So again, the same rule applies. If the adjective is one syllable, small adjective, then I add est. But if the adjective is long adjective, three syllable, for example, then I use most. Or the opposite is the least. The most, the least, opposites. The small bag is the least expensive. An irregular adjective, good, good, better, the best. Lucy is the best student in the class. You see, in the class, there are many students, and I'm comparing. Among them, there is only one the best. Now, the next exercise here, example, this is example for adverbs, stylishly. No? Stylishly. Most stylishly. Who dresses the most stylishly? The dresses here is action. That's the worst we've ever played. So the worst, this is also adverb. Adverb. So good and bad. So good, well, bad, badly. So they are like, when it's the normal adjective and adverb, they're a little bit different. Good is adjective, well is adverb. Bad is adjective, badly is adverb. But these two words, they have got the same comparative and same superlative. Like good, well becomes better, the best. Badly, bad, worse, the worst. And as you can see here, they're using the worst with action. So that's here adverb, superlative adverb. Okay, so we often use superlative with the present perfect ever. This is another information we should know. We often use superlative with the present perfect ever, guys. It is the best book I've ever read. This is the worst we've ever played. This is the most delicious food I have ever tried in my life. He is the friendliest person I have ever met in my life. So I have ever met, present perfect ever, we use present superlative, guys. This is important information. Last one, we use in superlative. We don't say of the world. We don't say of England. In other languages, in some other languages, it's okay to say, of when you translate. But in England, in English language, we say in the world, not of the world. It is the longest bridge in the world. It is the best beach in England. Okay, so now we're moving to exercise part. I'm going to explain one question from each exercise, and we finish the video, because the rest of the exercises, for example, 2 till 9 or 2 till 10 here, we're going to practice in our course when we do the online course. So A, complete with the comparative or superlative of the bold word, and then, if important, if necessary, if you need it. So what is the fastest way to get across London? So I'm using here superlative. Why I'm using superlative? Well, because here I cannot see two things being compared. To get across London, what is the fastest way? So way, there are many, many ways. By bus, by train, walking, bike, motorbike, and then boat, by boat as well, using the Thames River. So there are many, many ways among them. So I'm comparing more than one way. So the fastest way. Now, easy. I think skiing is horse riding. Okay, so here, skiing, horse riding. I'm comparing two things. So here, easy, I must use the comparative form. So easier is easy. Y becomes I, and then ER. And then because it's a comparative, I must use here then. If it's as, we're not going to use then, as. But we don't have as. I'm comparing two with ER. So when there is ER, then we use then. I think skiing is easier than horse riding. Great. Now B, complete with one word. One word. So a coach isn't as. Okay, so I've got as, not as. According to what we've just learned, as. So as comfortable, so that is adjective. Normal adjective, so it's perfect to put as here. As comfortable as. So a coach isn't as comfortable as train. It means train is more comfortable. All right, guys, and that's it. We're going to finish here. The rest of it we're going to discuss in our online course. Please subscribe if other students you're watching this, and if you're getting benefits, subscribe because we've got more videos to come. And don't forget to click on like if you think that you are getting benefit from this video. All right, well, thanks for your time. Bye bye.